What's going on, guys? Jake Tiesler here with the latest Mustang and automotive news. Today we're going to talk about, is the S550 a reliable platform? What are some of the highest mileage examples? I've got a guy, Rocket Man, his YouTube channel is below. He's got over 150,000 miles on his Whipple Supercharged 2015 Mustang GT, okay? He's had it Whipple Supercharged for 100,000 miles. So we're gonna talk to the owner. We're gonna check out Brent speed. He's got 160,000 miles on his. It dyno tuned it with 160 miles on it, 160,000 miles. It made the same horsepower that it did the day he bought it. So we're gonna talk about how reliable is the platform, how reliable is the Coyote engine, what are some of the best values on the market today, and let's get into the video. But first, if you wanna increase your muscle mass, decrease your body fat, maybe even pick a specific body part that you would like to work on, chest, arms, etc., let me know. Fill out the form on my website, jaketiesler.com, and I'm gonna get you hooked up, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get into the video. Okay, so this is RocketMan50. This is his Instagram. Go check him out. He's got a 2015 Mustang that has over 150,000 miles on it, and when the boost is turned up, it makes 891 wheel horsepower. What do you think about that? He takes the car to the track. He does some racing. I'm gonna put some, he's got some little pulls with some other guys where he smokes a Hellcat. He annihilates an M4. So, you know, the car makes the power. I think he's got the car turned down, but he runs E85 on the daily. And let me just go ahead and read out the description of the parts that are done to it. So the transmission is upgraded to a T56 Magnum carbon fiber drive shaft by DSS, McLeod clutch, 2.9 Whipple with a 132 throttle body, cradle bushings replaced, upgraded the sway bars, BC coilovers, big Brembo brakes, and it's a stock motor with no internal upgrades. The only broken parts that he's had so far was the clutch and the MT82 because it didn't support the MT82 correctly with all the things like the blowfish or the Barton shifter or the MGW. So, I mean, if you're going to be driving your car really hard for 150,000 miles, tracking it and all this stuff, you know, then you got to be careful with that transmission. Now, you're making that much power and you're ripping gears, racing a lot for that long, with that many miles, making that much power, yeah, something's possibly going to break, especially if sticky tires on the back. So otherwise, he literally could have left that transmission and wouldn't have had a problem if he was babying it. So now about 100,000 miles. He's been driving the car 100,000 miles on 15 pounds of boost. So if that doesn't say anything about the reliability, I don't know what else you can say about that. He's driven the car 100,000 miles with the Whipple on the vehicle. Incredible. So if you don't think that the 5.0 is bulletproof, then I don't know what you would consider bulletproof if that's not bulletproof. So and I just wanted to share this guy. So go check him out, follow him on Instagram. I'm gonna put some videos up of him racing and annihilating some people. And you know, it just makes me proud to own one of these vehicles myself and look at the potential that you can have and the cars that you can run with for the price point. It's just an amazing value and it makes a ton of power. Now, you know, I went over to the forums and I was trying to research who has the highest mileage and reliability. This is over on Mustang 6G. Reliability poll. Now, basically 92% of people said, I've not had any problems, only minor stuff. And then about 8.5% of the people said no, it has not been reliable. I've had a catastrophic failure or in and out of the dealer, multiple repairs. Now, if you put catastrophic failure in with in and out of the dealer, you know, catastrophic failure is essentially an engine failure. Now, in and out of the dealer, that could be for, you know, the Sync 3 system acting up. So really, we should have made this catastrophic failure, and I think the results would have been like 1 or 2% instead of this high. So anyways, this is a small poll, only 100 people, and then you also got to realize who you're sampling this from. This is people on the message boards. A lot of people only go to the message boards to post problems about their vehicle. So this is not an accurate sample size of the general public. These are Mustang enthusiasts who modify their vehicles and are usually anal about things going wrong, or the only reason that they signed up was to research why something is wrong with the vehicle. So you're getting a very biased sample size from this. That's so you can't, anyways, but that still shows you some results there. Now this is Rocket Man's YouTube channel. Go subscribe to him, check out his videos. He's got lots of videos for you to check out. Also, Bryn Speed, he had a high mileage. He did a whole video section. Go check out his channel, Bryn Speed. He's on YouTube. But basically, he had a 2011 Mustang GT with 160,000 miles, which, by the way, if you search Car Gurus, there is quite a bit of high mileage. Well, there's not a ton, but there's a few high mileage Mustangs that are on the cheap, like this 2011 for $11,500, which you could probably get for $9,500, something like that, if you negotiated them down. It's only had 2 owners. It's actually a manual transmission. And look, man, if you want to put a supercharger, turbocharger on a vehicle and make some big power, I don't see why not. These cars are fast out of the box. And this is a nice clean one. So I'm just showing you the values of the vehicles. Now, here's what he did with his 2011. 160,000 miles, and it dynoed. It made a lot of power. It made 359 to the wheels. That's, the same power that the cars with 20,000 miles have on it. And then what he did from there is he upgraded the intake manifold and throttle body, and he did a full build on the thing. So anyways, go check out this article on Mustang and Fords, or just look up Bryn Speed. He's got a whole video series actually on YouTube if you want to watch that too. There's some video, but it just shows you how much it made 400 at the wheel, so it gained 40 from doing this stuff. And it's just pretty awesome that you can get these cars for so cheap, and they're so reliable. Ford did a great job on them. So don't shy away from these high mileage vehicles. They're making good power, and the price point on these used are incredible. So look, man, the sky's the limit with these cars. They're bulletproof, and the price is right. So have fun with that. Go check out his Instagram. Now, if you want to talk about my car, basically my car has got 22,000 miles on it. Try to pull up a picture of my car. I went through a hiking phase. If you can't tell, I did a lot of hiking. That's my car, and it's got 22,000 miles. The only thing that I've had to do to it was there was the EGR thing. The check engine light was on intermittently. I took it in. It was a $40 part, and they changed out within an hour, and that was done under the warranty. So that's the only issues that I've had with my car. And it's generally reliable. The other thing that I would mention, this is the Malibu Canyons with the crazy clouds over the ocean. The only thing that I would mention is that if you're buying a new Mustang, check the oil every 1,000 miles. They put out a technical service bulletin, Ford did, about back in 2011 or 12 when the Coyotes first came out, and they were talking about how the Coyote burns oil up to I can't remember exactly. I have to pull it up. It was really hard for me to find the article. It was really buried in some forums, but they said something like a half a quart to a quart, an entire quart per 1 to 3,000. I can't exactly remember, but essentially it burns so much oil the first 10,000 miles, and it's not a bad motor. That's just how they do, and they stop burning oil. I think mine burned 3 to 5 quarts the first 5,000 miles. I mean, it burns a ton of oil. Some people say you can engine brake, and I was engine braking a lot with my engine, revving it up, letting the engine slow itself down. But just the fact of it is, I just live in a city. The average mile per hour that I go is 14 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour. So you really don't get to brake the engine in properly. So anyways, that's the only thing reliability wise is just check the oil, make sure it's got oil in it. You really shouldn't have any problems. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. The high mileage Mustang GTs are available, and they're affordable, and look for one that's probably an automatic. It's less likely that it's been beaten to crap. It's probably been taken care of. Try to find a one owner that hasn't been wrecked if you can. That's probably going to be your best bet, but they're still going to make power. And as long as someone's taking decent care of it, it's going to be good to go. So thanks for checking in, guys, and hit the subscribe button and share with your buddies if they're in the market for a used Mustang. And hit the thumbs up. Share with your buddies. All right, have a good one.